So first of all, you're not going to hustle me. Second of all, with all the work I've been doing on myself to recenter myself as opposed to the patriarchy that me at 55 years old was indoctrinated with, that's out the door too. So let me tell you the story. I just landed in Saudi Arabia, and as I was coming out of the airport, there was a guy that was saying he was going to do Uber, right? And I was like, okay, cool. I need somebody that's going to do Uber or a taxi or whatever, right? Okay, cool. So he comes up to me, and I went ahead and said, well, let me open up the app so that I know how much it costs so that I can see if he's going to try to hustle me or not. So I'm standing there with my luggage and the app open, and he's standing like somewhat close to me, and he's looking at my phone, and I tell him, hold on a minute, I'm gonna see how much it costs. Because once again, you ain't gonna hustle me. So then he says, oh, no need. And he tries to tap on my phone to tell me to get out of the app. So then I said, hold on, I need to see how much it costs so I know how much I'm gonna pay you. And I'm waiting for the internet connection from the airport to kick in, or my Wi-Fi from Verizon to kick in so I can get the full, price. And as I'm standing there waiting for that to happen, he's still standing like right here, and he's like, oh, no need, just go back, hit the back arrow. And I told him, I said, calm down. I was like, wait a minute, why am I dealing with this? I said, you know what? Stay right here. And I physically moved all the way over, like about, 5 or 6 steps over here, right? So first of all, sisters, ladies, let that be a lesson to you. Physically remove yourself from the presence of any man that is trying to assert himself on you. Hard stop. Because once you have regained your peace, your physical peace. Now, I didn't feel threatened in any form, physically threatened. But as I was standing over there waiting for everything to, the Wi-Fi to kick in so I could see how much the price was, what was going through my mind was, when they show you who they are, believe them the first time. Now, if I hadn't physically distanced myself from him, I probably wouldn't have had the space to take a breath and be like, wait a minute, why am I dealing with this? Because I still would have been trying to stop him while waiting for the thing to happen, waiting for the Wi-Fi to happen, and waiting for him to, hold on, I got to deal with that little thing. Now, one thing I tell my clients all the time is the pyramids, the temples, the tombs of Egypt were not created during times of war. I learned that on my 2 trips to Egypt. So why do I bring that up? Because when we are in survival mode, now, again, I was not in any threatened safety or anything like that, but still, I wasn't at peace because I got somebody standing like right here. I'll be your Uber, right? Blah, 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 right? And I'm just like, wait a minute, I need to get to where I need to go. So in a sense, it's a thing of not being at peace. So you're kind of at war. And when you're at war, or when you're in survival mode, you don't have the calmness to be creative and to think and to process and all that kind of stuff because you're in reaction mode at that time. So, to continue the story, when I moved myself over physically away, and I had a chance to just, as I'm still waiting for the internet to pop up, and this probably took only like, maybe 2 minutes, if that. But the processing that space allowed me to do, and what I'm suggesting to you ladies is take the physical space, right? And the time, however long that is, whether that's 2 minutes or whether that's 2 years. Take the physical space and the time to distance yourself so that you have peace. Because when you're at peace, then you can start thinking of what you want to happen and what you desire, as opposed to what somebody else is trying to impose on you. So once the internet came up and I saw how much the price is for Uber and I saw how much the price is for Kareem, I was like, okay, that's how much I'm going to pay because Kareem is cheaper over here than Uber. And then what hit me was this. I am not going to let him drive me anywhere because he showed me who he was. I don't even know this man, and he's already being super aggressive. Why would I allow him to drive me anywhere? Hotel, gas station, why would I let... And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to use... And it was a whole moment of clarity. And I was like, okay, yeah, see? And so I'm so glad, again, that I've been doing the work. Okay, I keep saying it. You have to do the work so you can get to the next level of understanding, of peace, of alignment. You have to do the work. All right. You're going to have to sit here and do the meditations. You're going to have to sit here and do the journaling. You're going to have to sit here and find somebody who has capacity. So either A, you can have conversations with them, or maybe even better, go sit on somebody's couch so you can really get some things out and work with some things, right? So you can bring yourself to the next level. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with y'all real quick. Make sure you take the space and the time so that you center yourself and decide on what is right for you. And don't let anybody tell you or push you to doing something that you haven't even took the time to process all the way through. And once you do, you're like, you know what? I don't want to do that. And I definitely don't want to do it with you.